Good morning. So that was very exciting. So what I do, I ended up spilling my coffee this morning and on my cloth, on my nice cloth right here. So I was going through my full panic state once I'd done that. All that wonderful stuff. So, I think I'm unpanicked now. So good morning. I hope everybody's having an amazing morning. I'm unpanicked now after doing that. Haven't even shuffled my cards yet. But I guess that's showbiz. So now I am going to stop, relax, let my arms droop. So I can say that I'm definitely feeling better after getting over that bout of COVID. So, I was wondering what I was doing, if I was going to get back into doing the readings again. Glad to say that now that I'm feeling better and I'm up, I actually enjoy doing the readings. And I'd forgotten about taking the breaths, all that stuff like that. But I'm feeling like my old self. So I hope everybody out there is feeling and doing well. Take care of yourselves, get boosted, do all that other stuff. That was not fun. And I was already vaxxed and everything. So I can't even imagine what it would have been like if I hadn't already at least taken those precautions. So, let's see what the universe has for us today. Any tips or tricks? Maybe help us to deal with any angers or resentments before they pop up. So that maybe if something does pop up during the day, we will already have discussed it and reviewed it and maybe come up with some type of a strategy so we can surprise people instead of just reacting. So let's see here. Yeah, I even threw my camera out of whack, didn't I? It's still a good morning, but I tell you what, it's my red velvet cloth. Oh my gosh. I love that red velvet cloth. It was something that I'd always kind of wanted to have. You know? That red velvet cloth. It actually came from Ukraine. I'd gotten it directly from a buyer. It's from the 1960s, so I hope it's not stained. So, I'm going to take my cards and I'm going to make the 3 stacks. Each one of these, a thread going out to the universe. And based on which thread we pull is the conversation we'll have, because these 4 cards will be a different conversation from this stack or this stack. So I'm going to take another breath again because I was just running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So, tell you what, today's Friday? Is today Friday? Today's Friday. Oh, that's awesome. So, let's look at what's right on the surface here. So as we go into the weekend, if you're getting any time off, or just since I'm not going to be here for the next couple of days, let's just see what's right on the surface here. Let's do our 3-in-1. Let's see what the universe has for us today. I forgot how good this black cloth actually looks. So, So this is one of those days where we've got all the majors popping up here. So we've got 2 majors. We've got the sun. And this is one of the most positive cards we have in the deck. So this is a good start. This is saying, we're starting from a place where we should be feeling or looking at gratitude that we've had, reasons to be grateful, the things that, we've been blessed with. And that's funny because yesterday I pulled the sun. You saw me shuffling. I was doing all the shuffling. But I had the sun and the 8 exactly in the same positions yesterday. Or last night, I should say, when I was doing a video on the pips. But look at that. So quickly, because the 8s are about progress, moving forward. But we have the swords. Oh, I'm sorry. That was wands last night that I had that. But this is swords. And 8s with the swords. 8s are about progress. But swords are mental. Swords, when you start getting up into the upper levels here like this, it's more about the weight of the swords and how much the swords can weigh on us. So here we have this positive start, lots of sunlight. With the swords, it's when we start throwing a wrench into our own, the cogs of our own wheels, the wheels of our own cogs. With the 8 of swords, where we let stress get to us, where we start feeling that self-imposed. It's kind of like, this flower here. You see how it's almost like in a cage and it can't move really. It's just kind of like going straight up. And that's that mental anxiety that we feel. That's that anxiety that surrounds us like an aura. And then it goes into the moon. And the moon is our intuition. The moons can be our fears. So with these 3 together, it's moving into some sense of anxiety. And the question would be why? And we have our advice card here, which is the 3 of coins. And the 3 of coins, 3s are about growth, just like these vines here are growing. 3s are about coming together as groups. 3s are about accomplishing, moving forward with something. So we start out with the best of intentions, and we start out with the positiveness when we start something out. When this could be like a work project. This could be getting ready for a vacation or something. But as we get closer to the time, you know how that anxiety can build? So what is it that we need to work on? But we're starting to feel an anxiety, because where that's leading us to is the moon, where, like the 8 of swords, the moon is, any fears we have with the moon are based on our anxieties. When we're walking in woods at night and we see something on the ground that looks like it might be an animal or maybe a person hiding behind a tree, in the daylight, when things are clear, we know that's just a dead log that's laying there. But at night, in the twilight, when we're in that twilight sense, we start seeing things in the shadows. That's where our anxiety can lead us, to start seeing things maybe that aren't there, but a creation in our own mind. So with the advice card being the 3 of coins, it's about, yes, we can feel anxious. It can be exciting to start something, but then the reality hits us after we've started it. We start feeling that anxiousness. But the Three of Coins is saying, just remember the foundation. Whatever it is that we're moving towards, do it with clarity. Do it with, be prepared. This is saying, be prepared. Just do the next right thing. Just expect the anxiety. It's like, for me, it would be at the office, I could be teaching a class on something that I'm not that familiar with. It's all exciting, getting all prepared, but then the night before I could be feeling this anxiety. And then during the class, it's like everything I've done, it's like, oh man, this is just a disaster. But the Three of Coins is about being prepared. Maybe we need to just make sure we have other people involved. Instead of just us here isolated, like this little circle thing here. Maybe we have people that we can say, you know what, I am feeling really anxious about this. Maybe you need to make sure the PowerPoint, you go over it with somebody. Things like that. But the main thing is that we're going to feel anxiety. There's nothing we can do about it. It happens to us. But if we take a breath, we realize that all those shadows that we're creating in our mind are just that, shadows. We just have this foundation here to lean back on. Then we'll get through this. We will get through it. We all go through an anxiety at some point. We can feel like that little flower all closed in. Here we have, so what is the crab in here? The crab is our alligator brain. That's our instincts. That's what makes us react, in a negative way, where we snap at people and things like that. If we let this part here that's our subconscious take over, then we'll react. We're not going to be logical. So we need to not let the alligator brain take over. We need to be prepared, make plans. The coins are earth-based, they're grounded. We need to be grounded. So allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. Just find something to keep you grounded. And so with that, thank you again, and I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing weekend. I will be back here again, I guess, on Monday. So this will be the first weekend in 2 weeks where I've actually felt like myself. So, and I think the quarantine's over, so maybe I'll go out and do something fun. So with that, thank you again very, very much, and I will see you on Monday.